So what's happening, people? It's me again, Courtney, here to do my MMA predictions. MMA equals stand-up clinch ground. Check out my Facebook page, like it, facebook.com/Courtney MMA. It's just a tester page. I'm just seeing how it goes for the time being. I've got some likes, but I could do with a lot more. So get over there and go like the page. I'll put the link at the bottom in the description part here somewhere. But anyway, this is my prediction video for UFC on FX2. Which will take place on Saturday the 3rd of March at the All Thrones Arena in Sydney, Australia. The main event on this card is Thiago Alves versus Martin Kampmann, and it's the flyweight tournament, first flyweight tournament, inaugural. I don't know if they're going to have any more tournaments, but hey, there you go. I don't know, there's some fighters on the card that I don't know too much about, but I'm just going to stick with the ones that I think will be on the main card. Anyway, the first fight on the main card is Courtney versus Konstantinos Philippou. The odds for this fight are -150 for Courtney and +110 for Konstantinos Philippou. The odds provided by John Petit from MMA Recap and UFCBetting.com. If you want to be on his By the Numbers list, holler at him on Twitter. His username is Scream13. That's the number 13. But yeah, very good number. She has all the odds, fights, the last 5 fights, striking. It's a wealth of information. Go and holler at him. Scream13, John Petit. These are the odds. You know, I haven't seen Courtney. I've seen him fight once, and he just seem to get stronger as the rounds go on. Konstantinos Philippou, heavy hitter. It's okay, but I'm still picking Courtney to win the fight. Courtney. The next fight on the card is the first fight, the first semi-final match in the flyweight tournament. Ian McCall versus Demetrius Johnson. Ian McCall, according to Sherdog, is the #1 ranked flyweight in the world. Obviously, I haven't seen his fights. I haven't seen many flyweight fights. Not in America, anyway. I've seen a few Japanese ones, but not in America. And he's fighting Demetrius Johnson. Both of these guys are previous bantamweights, but Ian McCall's been fighting at flyweight longer than Demetrius. This is Demetrius Johnson's first fight at flyweight. The odds on this fight are +270 for Ian McCall and -330 for Demetrius Johnson. You know, I haven't seen Ian McCall fight. He might be a badass. I know Demetrius Johnson is. And I'm picking Demetrius Johnson to win the fight. You know, he's fought some really good guys at bantamweight. But you know, I haven't seen Ian McCall's fight, so I can't really say. Although he could pull up the upset, but I'm picking Demetrius Johnson to win the fight. Next fight on the card is Joseph Benavidez versus Yasuhiro Urishitani. Joseph Benavidez, very well-rounded fighter. Was a previous bantamweight as well. This guy's wicked. To be honest, I think he's going to win the whole thing. I think he's going to beat Yasuhiro Urishitani and win the whole thing. I think he'll be the first flyweight champion. On to this fight, actually, incidentally, Yasuhiro Urishitani is the number 3 ranked flyweight in the world by Sherdog as well. On to this fight are -950 for Joseph Benavidez and +625 for Yasuhiro Urishitani. He vacated the Shuto belt as well in Japan to fight in the UFC. But I'm picking Joseph Benavidez to win that fight and the next fight and to become the first UFC flyweight champ. Next on the card is the main event, Thiago Alves versus Martin Kampmann. Thiago Alves has got a 19-8 record. You know about Thiago Alves, the pitbull, very big for a welterweight. You know, sometimes has trouble making weight. Hits hard, very powerful. Decent Muay Thai. Got decent Jiu-Jitsu as well, although we haven't seen much of it We did see a bit in his last fight when he submitted Papi Abidi via rear naked choke. Very hard to finish. Alves is very, very hard to finish. In his last fight, as I said before, his last fight was a win against Papi Abidi here in the UK. I went to see that fight via rear naked choke. His last 5 fights had 2 wins and 3 losses. And he's fighting the hitman Martin Kampmann, who's got an 18-5 record. Martin Kampmann is very well rounded, has got decent submissions, decent striking, decent wrestling as well. You know, very underrated wrestling. He's got, as I said before, he's got decent stand up. His last fight was a win against Rick Story, which is a very good win for him. Some people say he got robbed against Diego Sanchez. You know, that's all part of him not having the killer instinct. But anyway, his last 5 fights had 3 wins and 2 losses. The odds on this fight are Thiago Alves at -135, Martin Kampmann at +115. I would agree with that as well. Although, you know, I'm picking Thiago Alves to win the fight, but you know, and that's partly because he's got the killer instinct. He will sit down on his punches and he'll swing hard and kick hard, very hard. Martin Kampmann, on the other hand, for me personally, doesn't have that killer instinct. You know, he needs to. He could win this fight if he plays it smart. No, he couldn't win this fight. Sorry, but I'm picking Alves to win by TKO or KO, and that's it. I'm keeping the videos a bit shorter, so I'm hoping to get more viewers, to get more subscribers. But anyway, there's my picks, there's my predictions. As I said, I'll put the link down below for the Facebook page. I train at leicestermma.co.uk. Go and check out lapelchoke.com, tweetmma.co.uk. All the sites, go and check out those sites, and check out one of my favourite sites, middleeasy.com. That sounds crazy, but go and check out all of those sites, and you know, holler at me on Twitter. My username is CHOKEWHO. But yeah, and I'll be back I'll hopefully be back for another predictions video. The Strikeforce card, which is on the Saturday. Yeah, which is on the Saturday as well, Saturday 3rd of March. Misha Tate versus Ronda Rousey. The hottest fight in MMA, period. But anyway, I'll hopefully be back for that. But anyway, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment below, responses, whatever. But anyway, peace. Oh yeah, Leicester shoot fighters.